Hi, this is Marc with Raw Nutrition. In this video today, I'll be juicing with the Kuvings Whole Slow Juicer, a brand new juicer from Kuvings, where you can put in whole fruits and vegetables without having to cut everything down. I'm doing just celery. The reason because some people seem to experience sometimes with these upright juicers blockages of fiber. And celery is particularly troublesome because of the long fiber. They can form some clogs, and basically some pieces get together and clog up the outlet. What happens is all the celery is processed through here with the auger, and it has to go through this opening. And then through that opening, through the juice bowl where you have the pressure valve, and then out the outlet. So you really have a 90-degree turn. Your pulp has to go through there. If you want to avoid getting any blockages, you really need to not overfeed your juicer. If you're used to using a juicer of this type, a horizontal masticating juicer, if you put everything in here, your juice comes out here and all your pulp here. This is very rare you'll get a blockage, even if you overfeed. You may have to stop, reverse, and start again, but you won't get a blockage because your fiber is getting pushed out through the end of the auger. It's not having to do this 90-degree turn. So we're going to go right ahead and get started. And basically, if we want to have good results, I want to just juice slowly. It is a slow juicer. You don't want to overfeed it. Even though there's a wide opening, you may want to put in 4 or 5 stalks all at once. You probably want to avoid that, especially with celery, if you're not going to pre-cut it. The manufacturer does recommend to pre-cut it. So I'm going to go ahead and ignore that, and I'm just going to go put them one by one and see how it goes. I shouldn't get any blockage, and I should get a lot of juice, because this juicer is very efficient. So let's go ahead and start our juicer and start juicing. So it will pull everything down on its own. I shouldn't really have to use the auger, and I can just keep feeding it. Main thing, as I mentioned, is just to not overfeed, and I shouldn't have any problems getting my juice from all the celery. So this is just one stalk of celery. We just pulled it apart, washed it. And I said, just slowly feed it. We really should not have any blockage. We're starting to see our pulp coming out. You can see there will be some clumps of fiber that are formed with the celery, which is normal. You want to avoid any blockage, just slowly feed your juicer. Like I said, obviously, if I take the whole bunch and stick it in, I will have a blockage. If it's too much, it's going to accumulate right in that small opening as I was showing here earlier. It's going to accumulate in there, and it's going to keep the pulp from coming out. As long as you have a flow, it's going to slow down as you juice more, as it compacts. As long as you have a flow, you can keep going and keep feeding your juicer. Now, I haven't tried putting more of it than this at once. Been getting good success just by doing one, and since it's self-feeding, I can be doing other things in the kitchen, preparing other vegetables for juicing. Also pretty rare that I do some mono juicing. Celery is good on its own. It's a great vegetable for hydrating the body. Has a very good source of sodium, which is very easy to absorb compared to using table salt. If you want to have something flavorful, you use celery in your juice. It does help bring out the flavor of your other vegetables. I just put in my last stalk. I've got no blockage. Well, I have a little bit of fiber here. We'll let that process. As I mentioned before, especially with this model, with the cover having a space inside, sometimes the pulp will accumulate there. So I can simply reverse and forward. Even use the pusher to clear out any remaining pulp up here and get that juiced. And see, my fiber is still coming out. I've got no blockage. And we'll go ahead and measure how much juice we have here. It's still coming out, and as I let it process, it's still chewing the final remnants of the whole stalk of celery that I put in here. And I'll take out our measuring cup. It's definitely not scientific because I didn't weigh the celery. It'll give you an idea of how much fiber, or pulp, I should say, is left over when you're juicing celery. Celery fiber is not very difficult to swallow. It's not like some of the harder vegetable like beets that'll tend to scratch your throat and be a little disagreeable. Celery fiber is nice and soft. You can filter it or not, that's really up to you. So I've gone ahead and done that for the purpose of this video, just to give you an idea. There you have it. And we have here 2 1/3 cups of celery juice in just a few minutes without any blockage. Simply just avoid overfeeding your upright juicer, you'll never have a problem. Again, this is Mark with Raw Nutrition. Be sure to subscribe to our videos for juicer demonstrations and comparisons, and also check us out online at www.RawNutrition.com. Alright, then let's not forget the taste test. Now, whole celery juice is diuretic, so I need not say more. If you can drink this whole glass, stay close to home. I can taste nice and salty, very tasty, very easy to drink. Again, I filtered the fiber, so it's nice and clear and very easy to drink. So enjoy.